This isn't going to be like a normal video, it's just going to be a clip of me playing Minecraft whilst I talk in the background and my PlayStation is a bitch. Anyways, I was going to think about things to do, so I thought, oh, since I'm using the Halloween Minecraft skin, why don't I talk about some scary stories? So I was like, oh yeah, what a good idea, big brain, high five me! Anyways, my first story doesn't actually come from me. It comes from my dad, and it was a few years ago. He was sitting downstairs in our living room watching TV. It was like 11 in the evening, so I was asleep. My mum and my sister weren't home, they were out doing something, I can't remember what they were doing. And my dad said that he saw someone leaning over the banister, because he looks up, and he just sees someone leaning over the banister looking at him. So he said he called out to them, and they didn't respond, because he said my name. And they didn't respond, said nothing. And they just left. And so he goes up the stairs to see where they were, and because where they stood was right in front of his door, which is right next to my door as well, they apparently went out the window. He saw them climb out the window and just leave. So he runs to his window and looks out, and it's a straight drop down, and he couldn't see them. They were just gone. And he didn't know what to do, so then he just shrugged it off and went to bed. Then the next morning, I wake up, and he goes, "Did you look at me last night down the banister?" So I said, "No, I didn't. I was asleep." Then my mum and sister come home, and he goes, "Did either of you come home last night, like forget a key or something?" And they both said, "No, I didn't come home at all." And that, like, really freaked me out, but, like, I don't believe in ghosts, so I don't think it was anything like that. But I am now convinced that there is a squatter in our house. And, speaking of squatters in my house, there was one time when it's a bit personal, taking a fat shit, because I don't have any toilets downstairs, they're all upstairs. I was having a shit, and I hear footsteps above me. So I'm sitting there thinking, oh, it's probably just someone upstairs walking around. And then I realised I am upstairs, and the only thing that's upstairs above me is our loft. So I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? So I just shrugged off it. I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, oh, it's pretty spooky, oh well. And then the next day, I was home alone, and I hear something, like the little hatch to our loft. I hear it like rattling, and I'm like, oh, it's probably just a little bit of wind up there because it was reasonably windy that day. So I go out to have a look, and something was holding it up. I couldn't see what it was, because there's a little hole so you can lift it up, and something was just lifting it up. As soon as I took a step towards it, it just slammed shut. Now that scared the crap out of me. So I didn't call my mum because I was like, oh, what if it is a bit of wind and she just calls me a fucking idiot? So I think I know what I'll do. I'll get my complimentary horror game torch, and like every white person in every movie ever, I'll go and see what's up there. So I get the ladder. It's a very crusty ass ladder. I'm never standing on it again because I think it might break if I do. But I get it, and I set it all up, and I have a knife with me because I happen to have one in my room at the time. Don't ask why, I just had it. So I go up there, and I was freaking out. I was like, oh god, what if I see something I really don't want to see? So I lift up the hatch, I move it out of the way, and I have my torch, I'm shining it around, and I see in the very back corner of our loft this pile of like towels and blankets and pillows. And because we have a lot of those up there, I shrugged it off and thought, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. But like, so I actually went in, almost bashed my cranium on several like beams, and I went over to these blankets. I moved them about, and they smell like shit, like literal shit. And I was thinking, what the fuck, why do they smell so bad? So I took them down, whacked them on the floor, put them in the washing machine, and I waited till my mum came home. I thought, oh, it's probably just nothing, probably just like a rat or something. And so my mum comes home like hours later, and she goes, "Why? What's in the wash?" So I said, "Oh, some towels and pillows I found up in the loft." And she goes, "There aren't any. They're all in bags." And I said, "No, there was some in the corner, like very far corner. It was like really far back." And she goes, "Let me see them." So I waited till they'd finished, took them out, and she goes, "I've never seen those before." I was like, "Are you fucking shitting me? You please don't say that." So they are now currently in my airing cupboard, and I do not want to touch them because I feel like someone's living up in my loft, and I'm not vibing with that. Nah, not today, Satan. And I'm pretty sure I've seen this person as well, because think like last year I wasn't asleep because I'd woken up. Like, I'll give you a brief layout of my bedroom. You come in from my landing, there's my door. In front of it is a chest of drawers, my desk, a chair, and you turn, I want to say right, yeah, right, and there's a little cupboard, so you have to look round it to actually see my head where I sleep. And one night I had woken up, and because I sleep on my side, I was looking at my chest of drawers and all that jazz, and because I normally sleep like with like in a cocoon, like I have my covers over my head sometimes, and this was in like the winter, so my dad, I think it was my dad, he always used to like come in and check the heating, because the in the airing cupboard the heating and all that hot water stuff is in my room, so he would come in. He would often shine like a torch in my face to see if I was still there, and he'd be done with it. So I hear like someone walking towards my room, and I think, oh shit, it's my dad coming to sort the heating out. That's cool. I'll just pretend I'm asleep. But the way my dad opens the door, he literally like kicks it down, he throws it open, and he isn't exactly quiet, but he just comes charging in. And like this person, they came in, they opened my door really slow. They came in and they shut the door behind them, so I thought, oh, it's probably like my mum or my sister. And I just see their head poke round my chest of drawers, just staring at me. Not like in like a way they stood there, like they've basically put themselves on the wall and are looking at me from there. And I don't know if they were looking at me or they were looking at something else, because it was just like a silhouette. I couldn't actually see their face, but like I thought it was my dad just staring at me, but like it just didn't. I didn't think it was him because they were just so quiet. I don't think they knew I was awake because my room was like really dark at the time, and we were just like staring at each other for like what felt like ages. I didn't know what to do. I was sitting there, I was like, is this like sleep paralysis or something? I was like, oh, it's probably sleep paralysis, like my first time. And then I moved. And like, words cannot describe how much fear I felt right then and there. Like, I generally shat myself. I thought, oh, this is it, they've seen me move, I'm gonna fucking die. Like, I was terrified, and I didn't know what to do. I thought, oh fuck, they're gonna know I'm awake. And then they turned, and just opened my door again and closed it and left. And I was like, what the fuck, what do I do? So I just went back to sleep. I was like, what do I do? So I just went back to sleep. For some reason. I don't know why I went back to sleep, but it just happened. And, yeah, I woke up the next day, I was like, Dad, did you come in to check the heating or anything? And he goes, no, didn't check anything. So I was like, what the fuck, who the fuck was that then? And my sister was joking, she was like, oh, there's a squatter looking at you when you sleep. And I was like, no, I don't say that, because, like, I generally have a fear someone is living in my house. Like, at least if someone's gonna live in my house, I want them to know, well, I want to know that they're there and that they don't mean me any harm, because if not, then I'll whack you with a shoehorn. And I'm being very specific with this shoehorn, because one evening I have a body pillow roughly the same size as a person, and I had it under my duvet covers, and I forgot that I'd put it under there. So I come in, like, because I leave it under there sometimes. So one evening, I come into my room, I close my door behind me, and I turn my lights off. And I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go to bed, gonna have because G's is gonna be like so cool. And I just see this lump under my duvet. I was like, what the fuck? And because my window was busted wide open, I have the garage roof right outside of my window. So I thought, oh god, someone's climbed in and they're sleeping in my bed. So I grabbed the closest thing to me, a fucking shoehorn, and I sneak over to my bed, and the thing hadn't moved. So I was like, right, they don't know I'm here, thank this shit. And I just whacked this shit out of this thing in my bed, and it just wasn't moving. I was like, shit, have I just beat someone to death? So I removed my duvet, and my body pillow was underneath it. I just stood there laughing for a good like 10 minutes. It was like a mixture of, oh god, I just beat the shit out of a body pillow, and yo, what the fuck did I just do? But yeah, that's all I have time for as of currently. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, please do let me know, because I do enjoy telling my stories to other people to see what they think and if they have any other experiences like I did. If you do, I would really like to hear them, so if you can tell me down in the comments below, or you can find me on Instagram or TikTok, because I will leave both of those in the description, and I look forward to hearing your stories.